Okay, joined. Okay. So now I have shared my screen. Okay. If there is any trouble, you can chart. You can chart. So today's current affairs. Yesterday morning by 9 a.m. in Nepal, the major disaster. Okay, natural disaster.
Sir,
Yes.
screen share pass.
Pass ஆயிருக்குங்களாமா. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So yesterday what happened in Nepal in the morning, the major disaster, in that a flash flood. In UPSC, they have asked the questions related to cloud burst, flash flood already, landslide, these things. So today we are going to discuss a flash flood. In running water landforms, we are going to discuss this in detail. Now I will tell you in brief what is a flash flood. In a large area, if you remove the forest trees, if there is no obstruction, then flash flood will occur during rainy season. Okay. Raindrop will be collected here. Okay. During cloud burst. What is a cloud burst? Cloud will give you huge amount of water. Huge amount of water during condensation. Vapor to liquid is condensation. That condensation will give you huge amount of water within short period of time. 1 hour, half an hour, you might have seen waterlogged condition after 1 hour rain, half an hour rain. So that kind of activity. பாருங்கம்மா அவங்களுக்கு என்னாச்சு பாருங்க. Issue of மைக் ஆன்ல தான் இருக்கு. இது பாருங்க, இது பேசும்போது கேட்குது. கேளுங்க, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கேளுங்க. ஏன்னா அவங்க டைப் பண்ணி தான் காட்ட முடியும் யூடியூப்ல. இதுல சாட் பண்ணலாமாமா? ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு கேக்குதா? ஓகேனா தம் சிம்பிள் வந்து போடுங்க. ஏதாச்சும் வாய்ஸ்ல ட்ரபிள் இருந்ததுன்னா நீங்க அதையும் சொல்லுங்க. இல்லைன்னா தம் ரைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. குட்னா we can understand. இன்னைக்கு விக்னேஸ்வரன் லீவுங்களாமா? நீங்க கூட லாகின் பண்ணி வாட்ச் பண்ணி பாருங்க. பாருங்க, பார்த்துட்டு சொல்லுங்க. So heavy downpour within short period of time due to condensation in the cloud, that is called a cloud burst. Cloud burst. It means a heavy amount of rainfall. So that may cause flash flood. Okay, in convection rainfall areas like Chennai beach, we are located on the coast only. We can have that kind of rainfall in the evening or in the night also. The flood will be there on the road for a half an hour, 1 hour, nothing more than that. So that is the reason for the flash flood. Sometimes what happens, the lake, pond will be there in the hilly area. It may break due to various reasons. Lake may be filled, it may breach the bank. So water will enter suddenly, the flash flood. Sometimes earthquake, the bank will be breached by the water. Yesterday it happened. Earthquake in the Himalayan region at the border between Eurasian plate and Indian plate, Tibetan plateau, Himalaya mountain. So earthquake took place here due to folding. Water came from the Tibetan region because during winter snow accumulated here. During winter snow accumulated here. This area. Okay, snow accumulated here. Now during summer, April, May, dry summer, June, July, August, monsoon. But monsoon reaches this area in the month of July only. So here, melt water, glacier melt. Glacial melt water will have debris also, or broken rock material also. That was there due to earthquake. That was taken to the river. Okay, Kosi river. Then it reached this border area, and it caused heavy damage yesterday. Now I want to discuss the glacier first, then glacial debris. After that only we can come to this. What is a glacier? Slow moving mass of ice is called glacier. How are they formed? During precipitation. Why do I use the term precipitation? Not a rainfall. Precipitation includes snowfall, hail, rain, drizzle. That is a precipitation. Rainfall means only rainfall. So here snow accumulated during winter on Himalayas. During winter, snow accumulated Great Himalayas. It is written na Great Himalayas. Here only this river, Kosi river, originates. This is Kosi river. We are going to discuss. So snow accumulated, that snow melted. Small lakes are there, but we have not yet surveyed it. It is in China, also China-Nepal border. They also did not survey it because no security threat to both the countries. No man land like area. So we never bother about that area. But we believe now only they have started investigation. Now only. They have not yet investigated. We believe that the lakes which are filled with water like Mansarovar Lake partially melt ice, water. That lake might breach due to folding of Himalayas. Earthquake. Folding of Himalayas, earthquake. So banks of the lake pond breached. The water came suddenly out. Slope is available. Himalayan zone. Steep slope. 8,848 meters height. Everest is located here. Makalu, Manaslu, Kanchenjunga, Gauri Shankar, all are located here. Great Himalayas. Great Himalayas. Height is more, so it is called a Great Himalayas. It is a lesser Himalayas, middle Himalayas, Shivalik. In Indian geography, we will study this. So the accident took place, disaster took place here only. Suddenly the water came, destroyed everything. Okay, destroyed everything. Right? So glacier, snow accumulated over the period of time. That accumulated snow will give pressure over the bottommost snow. This bottommost snow will become like ice cube, strong ice. At the top, loose snow. So this strong ice, when it is on the slope, will start moving slowly. Will start moving slowly. At the time of moving slowly, this ice will be impregnated with sand, stone particles. How? On the slope, I have broken rock particle. If you climb up any mountain, Tiruvannamalai, any mountain, you can find rock material, broken rock material, sand, stone. If snow is accumulated over that, those sand, snow, sand, stone, they will be impregnated in the snow. When this become solid ice, when it moves, it will move along with those debris. So I keep sand, silt, then stone, big stone, small stone here. I put the snow here. What will happen? They will compact them. Along with the debris, they will form the ice. That ice will start moving on the slope slowly. Only few centimeters a year. Only few centimeters in 1 year. 5 centimeters like that. But a river water is not like that. Suddenly it will come. River water. Fast flowing because of its fluidity. This moving mass of ice on the slope is called glacier. Ice river. Its name is ice river. On the valleys, we cannot find the water. We can find the snow. Snow will be coming down. That is a glacier. Had it happened during winter, then that was frozen here completely. This accident would not have happened. Natural disaster would not have happened. But now partially melted. Partially melted. Along with the debris, small sand particle, big medium sand particle, then clay particle, small stone, big stone, boulder stone, along with the debris, partially melted snow, water, ice water, they came suddenly to the slope. Okay, so this is the concept of glacier. In Certificate of Physical Geography, we will study this. So I will search in the pen drive. Yes, we have this glacial deposition, glacial landforms. Because without our add, we can run.
So let's start with a question. How does this giant angular boulder end up jammed in among these pine trees in Yellowstone National Park?
To find an answer, we need to learn about some of the characteristic landforms left behind as a result of glacial erosion and deposition.
A glacier is a long-lasting mass of...
So moving mass of ice on the slope. It is like a river only, but slowly moving because solid. So in the valleys, we have this snow, ice only. That is called glacier. If it is a river, suddenly it will come to the foothills. During winter, snow is accumulated. Feet of snow, bottommost snow will become like a solid ice. So that will come down. During summer, they will melt. The melt water will be coming along with the debris. broken rock material along with the debris. If there is any lake here, due to folding, if it is broken, total debris, water, ice cubes will be coming to the slope. Suddenly, they will wash away. That is a flash flood. Yesterday took place. Okay, then we will find the debris also.
Low moving ice and snow. See our classifying glaciers video for more about the different types of glaciers.
Just like streams, moving ice can be an agent for erosion and deposition. And just like streams, glaciers erode.
These ice, okay, when they are moving down, they will erode it. How? I told you, this ice cube is impregnated with the sand, stone, these things. When I rub it on the slope, it will score. It is like iron brush. It will score. It will further erode the valley. After reaching certain height, it will melt. Water will move. It will deposit all the materials in a place. What is that height, sir? We studied normal lapse rate. 6.5 degrees Celsius a decrease in temperature for every 1000 meter increase in height. So 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. At one point you will get a 0 degree. There it will be in the form of snow or ice. After coming down, temperature will increase, it will melt. While melting, whatever the debris it brought will be deposited at the place, water will flow. Those debris are called moraines. Unsorted rock, sand, silt. Okay? Unsorted sand, silt, rock fragments, broken rock material is called a moraine. That will be deposited there. Here in this, I have given that. I will tell you. Okay, we can take it is there. Okay, we will discuss that. Now you listen to this.
Move material from near their source, transport rock and sediment down slope, and deposit much of that material where they end.
In areas with present-day glaciers, erosion forms steep-walled, bowl-shaped depressions known as cirques at the head of valley glaciers.
These are all the landforms. We will study it later on. Okay, don't worry about it.
Who among us hasn't frozen a large rock?
This is the snow, that is ice, glacier impregnated with the stone. They were there on the slope. Sand, silt, stone. When ice accumulated and started moving, they brought it along with them. These are all the tools to erode. Okay.
Rock into a block of ice to test how tightly the ice binds to the rock. When this happens in nature, it results in one type of glacial erosion known as plucking.
Plucking happens when water invades cracks in the rock. As the water turns to ice, it binds onto the blocks of rock.
The motion of the glacier plucks the blocks of rock out of the cliff face.
This is a plucking. Snow or glacier, we can say. Glacier, when it comes, it will pluck. So deep depressions will be created due to plucking. Like we are taking ice cream now with a spoon, like that. Plucking. Another one is scoring, eroding. So these are all the erosion process.
Embedding them in the moving mass of ice and transporting them down slope.
Rocks frozen into the base and sides of a glacier act like sandpaper, scraping against the surrounding valley walls and floor, and the second process of glacial erosion known as abrasion.
Abrasion or scoring. Okay, when I use that sand, silt, stone impregnated ice, to score this land, I will get these kind of erosions. Okay, scoring.
Leaves behind telltale striations in the bedrock that identify the direction of the motion of the ancient glaciers.
Some striations like these grooves worn into this limestone bedrock.
Deep striations, deep scoring. Okay. So these are all the erosion process. Valley also, in valley it will erode. Then deposits. Yes, glacial till.
Most deposits
Unsorted material. Big stone, small stone, sand, silt, clay will be deposited at the near the foothill or that line beyond which it will melt. That line is called a snow line. The line above which we can find the movement of the glacier, below which that glacier will melt. Glacier will melt, it will deposit the material because it cannot carry the load. Load carrying capacity will not be there. So unsorted material is a depositor. Yesterday what happened? This unsorted material along with the water, we don't know which lake breached. What happened there? We don't know even till morning. We are not able to access to that region. Anyway, had any lake breached, huge amount of water washed, that would brought these sediments, debris down. Now it is deposited. So villages have been buried. Okay.
left behind by glaciers are composed of a generally unsorted mixture of clay, silt, sand, and boulders, known as glacial till.
Ice at the terminus of the glacier will melt.
Yesterday it happened. So brought it and deposited. So beyond this it melted now. So water only went, the deposits were made. These are all called moraines. Terminal moraines means final. Hereafter water will flow. We have to study in detail this glacier event. Okay.
And dump piles of till. If the position of the terminus remains stationary for some time, it will leave
Moraines.
behind a ridge of.
So this much quantity. Yesterday in video we saw. In news, you can also see that huge deposit was taken and deposited, buried beneath the settlements. Agriculture land, settlement, everything, moraines.
Unsorted till known as moraine.
Moraines essentially define where the glacier paused and the position of the moraine that is farthest down the valley. The terminal moraine indicate.
So glacier ended. After that, melting. So moraines will be deposited here. Water will not carry that much load. So it will drop it. Only water will go. That's all. Okay.
Is how far the glacier extended during its history.
Ice sheets leave behind moraines that can be traced for hundreds of.
Okay, that's all now. We will discuss this in detail in a glacial landforms.
Glacier is a moving river of ice on land. There are two types of glacier.
Here, cirque lake, like lakes are there in glacial region. I think yesterday those lakes might have breached. We don't know exactly, but you can see this live video. After that, we will move on to the subject.
Continental glaciers are massive amounts of ice that cover continents such as Antarctica or Greenland.
Entire Greenland, largest island of the world. Greenland is the largest island of the world. It is totally covered by snow, a glacier. Okay. Glacier. Here you can find a Greenland. Why this color is given? Because of the glacier. Coldest place on the earth is located here. But since the modern man is not living there, we are not considering this. Okay. At the same time, what I want to convey is this is called a continental glacier. But mountain glaciers are different. So in Greenland, at the border only we have melt, snow melt. But here in the interior, snow is accumulated, big glaciers are there. This is continental glacier.
95% of ice on Earth is locked up in continental glaciers. Alpine glaciers are formed in mountainous
From mountain, they are coming down. During summer, they will melt. During summer.
regions. Most of New Zealand's largest glaciers are in the Southern Alps, which have the highest mountains and the heaviest precipitation. Glaciers originate from heavy snowfalls over a long period of time. When snow initially falls, it has many air spaces between the snowflakes. Over time, the weight of new snow above it squeezes the air out of the pore spaces and compacts the snow, just like me making a snowball. Eventually, this compaction causes the snow to become ice. Because the air is being squeezed out, the ice will turn a bluish color. Glaciers have several components. The area where the snow falls is usually the part of the glacier with the highest elevation and is called the zone of accumulation. Further down the glacier is the zone of ablation, where most of the melting and evaporation occurs. Here, the ice shows a lot of crevasses. The end of the glacier is called the terminus or snout.
So after coming to the foothills or certain elevation below the snow line, they will deposit the debris. That's all now. Okay, you have an idea about it. Now we will move on to this topic. So in Nepal, what happened? Flash flood happened. Okay, flash flood. Okay, catastrophic flood from Bothe Kosi River. Okay, Bothe Kosi River in this region. The origin is in Tibetan Plateau. No problem with it. Okay, origin is in Tibetan Plateau. Then it comes to India as a Kosi River. Okay, at the border, these areas are there, but the district name of Nepal is Rasua district. Now we have to look at the river drainage. In Indian geography, we are going to cover this. So on this map, you can find several rivers originating from Tibetan Plateau and coming to India. Originating from Nepal and coming to India. Originating from Tibetan Plateau and coming to India. Like that, the rivers. Clear? At the same time, If you take Nepal map, then you can understand. So Nepal, okay, eastern part of Nepal, this river, Bhothe Kosi. Origin, Tibetan Plateau, then it enters into Nepal. It is called Arun Kosi. This Arun Kosi will become Sapta Kosi. Sapta Kosi means 7 Kosi rivers. 7 Kosi rivers. How? Tama Kosi along with the Indravati will form Sun Kosi. Duda Kosi will join with this Kosi. Then it joins with the main Kosi. Tamar Kosi from this side. So 7 Kosi rivers, it is not detailedly given. Anyway, we have to study Sapta Kosi. This Sapta Kosi will be entering into India. Sapta Kosi will be entering into India as Kosi. One river. Next river, here it is also in news. Narayani River. Budi Gantaki. Origin is in Tibetan Plateau. Origin is in Tibetan Plateau. Budi Gantaki. Then joined by tributaries. Trishuli, it is also in news. Joined by tributary Narayani. When it enters into India, it is called Gantak River. Gantak River. Next river is Rapti River. Origin is in Nepal. Then coming to India, Rapti River. Then next river is the Gagra River. This side one river is there. This river forms the border between Nepal and our Uttarakhand. I will show it straight. It is called Kali River. Kali River. When it enters into India, it is called Sharda River. In Ganga River system, we have to complete this. Sharda River. This Sharda River will be joined by the Rapti River. Both Sharda and Rapti will join with not a Sharda River. Rapti is coming from here. It is joining with the Gagra River. Sharda will be joining with the Gagra River. Gagra is the major river. Its origin is in Tibetan Plateau. Kamali, its name. It enters here along with the other tributaries. Babai. Other tributaries, their names are not important. Gagara. So these many rivers are coming either from Tibetan Plateau side or from Nepal itself. Nepal itself origin. Okay. When they are coming from that side, Tibetan side, what will happen? Think, very important point in drainage system we have to discuss. They have to cross the great Himalayas. Middle Himalayas. Middle Himalayas will not come to this region, leave it. Shivalik. They are fold mountains in this region. Indian plate collided with the Eurasian plate. So this area folded. So these rivers have to cut. These rivers have to cut deep gorge. How to cut deep gorge here. Okay, why deep gorge is needed? 1 second. So before the formation of Himalayas, here certain rivers were existing. Certain rivers, Indus, Brahmaputra, these rivers were existing. So in plate tectonic, we have to study about a Tnpsc. We will come to that idea later on. You assume like this. There was no Himalayas. Two plates were colliding. At that time, rivers were there. Those rivers were flowing like this. Good. When plate compressed, okay, plate compressed, folding took place. Convergent plate bound. At that time, it did not fold all of a sudden. Had it folded all of a sudden in 1 day, 1 month, then the rivers would change their course. Rivers would change their course. But here what happened? Slowly rising. Even today, Himalaya is rising very slowly. Very slowly. Micron level increase in height. So the rivers denuded this. Denuded this. Denuded this. Denuded this. So deep gorge formed. Deep gorge means a vertical wall-like feature. This kind of a valley, river valley. That is a deep gorge. That's all. Kaveri Gorge in Karnataka, Kodagu Hills. Clear? So deep gorges will tell you about the antecedents of the river. Antecedents. What is antecedents? In election, we ask the data related to antecedents of the candidate. How many FIRs are there on your name? What was your property before 10 years? Like that, we are asking. That is antecedents. These rivers are examples of antecedent drainage pattern. Antecedent drainage pattern. It means rivers existed before formation of the Himalayas. At the time of formation of the Himalayas, rivers are denuded and deep gorges were created. That's all. Deep gorges. Himalaya is also rising now. It is cutting the valley. Deep gorges. Okay. So these rivers which are originating here in Tibet, Gagra River, tributary Sharda, I told you, Kali at the border between Uttarakhand state of India and Nepal. So Uttarakhand state of India and Nepal. Kali River. Okay, Dudhwa National Park, I told you. Tiger Reserve. They are there. Okay, anyway. So it is a tributary of Gagra. Then this side, this river, Gagra River. Then Rapti River joined with this. Gantak River. Gantak River joined with this. When we study history, we will study this. Gagra, Son, Ganga, tri-junction, Pataliputra was located. Strategically located capital. That is why Magad became supreme. Magadhan kingdom. We have to study. Anyway, the Kosi River. Okay, this concept is very important. River drainage. Finally, I will show the Indian geography book. In that we have that content. Next, these rivers are coming from steep slope. Here they don't need electricity because we studied in the morning. Less population, knowledge less. They are living with the environment. They don't need to exploit the mineral resources. Also fragile ecosystem, folding area. If I mine, then land will become further weak, accidents will take place. So they are living with the nature, good. So they are not taming this river. Taming means constructing dams, producing electricity, storing the water in reservoir. They are not doing that. They live with the natural river. Good. But when this water comes to foothills, in Nepal, from Nepal to India border, Okay, this area, huge water is coming. After reaching the foothills, no slope, the water will broaden. Flash flood will occur. So that is why the river will change its course from time to time. Today here, we settled here, our villages, agricultural land. Next season, the river will come to this area. Our settlement will be washed away. Now it happened now like that. Again, course will shift. This side is shift. That is why Kosi is called the sorrow of Bihar. Kosi is called the sorrow of Bihar. That kind of a worst river, Kosi river. So what we planned, international river water cooperation, UPSC question, geography optional, GS. International river water cooperation. Indian government has concluded agreement, Kosi River Water Treaty. In that treaty, we have constructed power plant to tame this river here. Dams, reservoirs, hydroelectricity power plant. We are giving that power at a free of cost to Nepal. Also, irrigation canals. I will show the standard book also. Irrigation canals. This side the canal, this side the canal. River, when it comes to the mouth, I have to stand like this. Like a Coriolis force, I am defining. River is coming from my back. This is the Bay of Bengal. So when it comes like this, it is called left bank canal. It is called a right bank canal. Okay. So in the left bank canal, we get water for irrigation in Bihar state. The right bank canal, Nepal, water, we are giving water to Nepal for irrigation. We have constructed a big bank on both the sides because it should not breach the bank. River is confined within that bank, so that the sorrow is reduced nowadays. But during this time, monsoon season, we cannot say anything. We have deployed National Disaster Response Force yesterday in UP, Bihar, along these districts, border districts. Anything may happen to India. Anything may happen to India here, Gantak, Narayani River. So we have deployed the force. Anyway, similarly, Mahakali Treaty with Nepal to tame Sharda River, which is known as a Kali River. Kali River at the border between Uttarakhand and Nepal. Mahakali Treaty. So what we are going to do is, we are going to study in drainage system. What is a drainage? Generally, a river flows, it's a tributaries. Again, tributaries also. Left bank tributaries, right bank tributaries. The flow will be in this direction. The river will be coming from my back. So tributaries, here, if a single drop of water falls in any region, it will be taken by the tributaries, then main river will get that water. This is called drainage area. Vadikal. Kaveri drainage. Vadikal. So, drainage area, basin area, river basin area. Kaveri river getting rainfall now due to monsoon in the Western Ghats region. That region is called catchment area. River gets water from rainfall. So, catches the water. Catchment area. Kaveri Neer Pidipu Pagadi. Since there is a rain in Kaveri catchment area, there is a flood in Kaveri river. Krishnaraja Sagar Dam has been opened. Water comes to Metur Dam. Like that, it comes in news now. That's all. Ma. Basin area, drainage area, catchment area, antecedent drainage. We have to discuss in detail. Then multi-purpose projects. We are going to cover these two chapters, at least for Kosi River and Sharda River. In that way, only you have to study the static and dynamic current affairs. Then only you will remember. Anyway, multi-purpose. Kosi is sorrow. During rainy season, flood, heavy damage. During dry season, no water for agriculture. If we tame the river, if we construct the dam, store the water, we can use that water for drinking purpose, industrial purpose, agricultural purpose during dry season. When I store the water in the dam and a reservoir, I can produce a hydroelectricity. I can avoid soil erosion. Soil will be deposited in the dam itself. Water will be locked now. So soil will be deposited there. Soil erosion can be avoided. So multi-purposes. That is called a multi-purpose project. Kosi River Water, Kosi River Multi-Purpose Project, Kali, Sharda River Multi-Purpose Project, they are there. Then environmental degradation, natural disaster, disaster management. So that is also important. 3 chapters will be covered. This is a geography. Simple to finish the syllabus. Very quickly we can finish it. I'm not compelling anyone, but this is the nature of geography. Now we will move on to the rivers. So Kosi River, Nepal, every detail is given here. Saptakosi, okay, Sun Kosi, Saptakosi, they are given there. I want to go to that. Gagra, Gantak, Kosi, they are coming. They are in between the great and lesser Himalayas. Kathmandu, these valleys are there. We will discuss later on in detail. Then, yes, Ganga Plain. Okay, it is a plain, we can leave it. We have to go to drainage. Yes. Drainage pattern. In this, they have given the same, nothing more than that. Now we have completed this. Okay, Kosi River and other rivers, Sharda, Gagra, these rivers. Okay, where they are originating, where they are going, like that we have that name. Also here, Kali River. It is known as a Sharda. Chauka, another name. Sharda River in India. So we have completed. Then it joins with the Gagra. Simple. Okay. Then multi-purpose project. Multi-purpose project. Yes. All the multi-purpose projects in India. Here you can see Kosi multi-purpose project, Sharda multi-purpose project. Then this side also, we have a number of multi-purpose projects in India. From where we got this idea, multi-purpose project idea? It is given in the notes. Okay, don't worry about it. From America only, the concept of multi-purpose project came. Tennessee River Valley Authority. In Tennessee River Valley, during here you can find the river. Tennessee is not a given. Okay, we will go to this. This is a North America continent. We have USA here. Okay, USA here. Appalachian Mountain, right? Appalachian Mountain. Here there are rivers now. River system. In this river system, we have Tennessee River. So Appalachian Mountain, okay, Cumberland Plateau, then Appalachian Mountain, it is there. On this side, if you see, you can find the river. Oh, Tennessee. So can you find the Tennessee River? Water bodies, now these many blue color water bodies. They were created by constructing dams. When you dam the water will be stored here. Waterlogged condition will be created. This is called a dam. This is called a reservoir. Dam and a reservoir will be created. அணை கட்டுறதுனால நீர்த்தேக்கம் உருவாகும். Simple. These many dams and reservoirs were constructed by engineer Urduin. Engineer Urduin. American engineer. We called the same engineer, okay, to construct our Damodar River Valley project. The first multi-purpose project in India. Okay, Damodar River Valley project. He suggested 7 dams to be constructed. But what we did, we constructed only 4 dams. That is the problem. Even today in Damodar River, we have the trouble. I will take you. Yes. Oh, chapter 13. Okay. Engineer Urduin, it is there in chapter 13. I will show it. First River Valley project, multi-purpose project was the Damodar River Valley project in India. Immediately after independence, we started that. Damodar is a sorrow of Bengal. Sorrow of Bengal, Damodar River. So here also the same problem. Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau. From that plateau is like this. Damodar River traverses, comes to plain in Bengal. Tributary of Hooghly. This is a Hooghly River. Tributary of Hooghly is the Damodar. Damodar is coming from Chota Nagpur Plateau, Jharkhand. During rainy season, flood. During dry season, no water, no electricity, no industrial development, many issues. So what they did, the government of India called engineer Urduin to tame this river. So engineer gave idea to construct at least 7 dams, but we constructed only 4 dams. Thilaya Dam, Barakar River, tributary of Damodar. Then Damodar River itself has the dams. So here these water bodies are there now. They are the Bokaro Dam, Bokaro River. Bokaro coal is available. Dhanbad coal is available. Giridi coal is available. Kodarma mica is available. Then iron ore is available. So electricity, drinking water, industrial water, reducing soil erosion, irrigation water to agriculture. That is why it is called a multi-purpose project. Multi-purposes will be served by this. So we constructed the multi-purpose project, Damodar Valley Corporation. It was established by the Act of Parliament, DVC Act, Damodar Valley Act. Okay, Damodar Valley Act. It is in another chapter in the material. So DVC Act 1948, immediately after independence, the first multipurpose project in India. The details are given in material, it is available, don't worry about it. After that, we developed the other projects. In that, one of the project is this Kosi, Bakranangal, they have given in alphabetical order. Bakranangal, then Hirakud, Mahanadi, Kosi. I told you na, Eastern Canal, Western Canal, right bank canal, left bank canal. Then on the both the sides, embankment, flood. So we constructed barrage in Nepal side. If we block the water, soil erosion, landslide, mudslide, also flood in Bihar plain will be reduced. In a friendly manner, we have done this. We did not ask money from Nepal. So details are available here. Okay, related to the river, when was the project started, what are the benefits, details. Then similarly, Sharda, I think Sharda is not Gantak. Narayani River, it is called Gantak in India. Okay, so Gantak multipurpose project, canals, all the details are there. Uttar Pradesh side. So here you can find. Okay, Tribeni Canal, they are there in the Gantak River. Saran Canal, okay. Main Western Canal, Eastern Canal. So this is the river Gantak. From that we take the water. You just see that, okay. That's all now. Sharda is also there. They have not given, I think, Nagarjuna Sagar. Thagri Dam. Last week it came in current affairs, no? Thagri Dam. In Uttarakhand, we discussed Thagri Dam. So that detail is also given. 2,400 megawatt power plant. How much water is to be stored? If there is any accident, who will save? Dangerous. But Asia's largest hydroelectric project in the hilly region like Himalayas. It is not a pride. Anyway, they have taken precaution. Let us see. So that's all. Now we come to the current affairs directly. That's all now. So here catastrophic flood Bothe Kosi in Tibetan Plateau. After entering into India, it is called Arun Kosi, Tama Kosi, Duda Kosi, joining, Thamar Kosi joining, San Kosi, 7 Kosi rivers, Sapta Kosi. So that is given here. The border, Tibetan border region, okay, Raswa district. Then these people were missing, died, data. Kailash Mansarovar Yatris have been trapped. So we have to take it into consideration. Our states are alert. Disaster management force has been deployed. 9 and 11 forces were deployed in these states. Even from Arakonam, the people may go. 2 weeks back, our student told, sir, we are asked to go to Kerala. Kapil, our student, told. Now he may be in Nepal, I don't know exactly. Anyway, so this is important. Why do we help Nepal? What is the need to help Nepal? Yes, please. It is a neighbor country. So we should help. If our neighbor is in trouble, then we have to help them. Good. Also in our foreign policy, originally what we did, we wanted to maintain relationship with the Western developed countries, colonial legacy. We thought then only we will get a benefit. After that, neighborhood first policy. Neighborhood first policy. Then look east policy. After that only look west. like that foreign policy, that will be covered here. Okay, foreign policy will be covered here. Moreover, it is the buffer state. It is also buffer state. On one side India, on other side China. These states are called buffer states. We have to tame them to join with India. Join means not politically, to cooperate with India. One time in newspaper, they showed Nepali Prime Minister, on that side Chinese President, on this side Indian Prime Minister. So on what side he is moving, that side will get a benefit. The border is very long with India. It is comparatively less on the China side. We want to pull them on our side. Okay, only territorial issue is Kalapani area. Territory is there. Here near Uttarakhand, Kalapani area. Nepal claims that land, but India is saying that no, it is our land. That dispute was there, but 2 months, 3 months back, it was resolved. Nepal accepted. Kalapani area is yours. All these border issues are because of colonial rulers. They did not demarcate the border properly. That is the problem. Anyway, buffer state. So we are giving helping hand. I told you Gantak Narayani river system. Surging, discharge, anticipating. We are expecting flood in this. So we are giving the support, disaster management support. Then yesterday, according to government source, the most accepted cause was earthquake. But our scientists and others have gone. They will tell you the real reason. We will wait for that. Earthquake triggered flash flood. Here I want to tell you one thing. This is a great Himalayas, middle, then Shivalik. Great and Shivalik will merge beyond Sikkim. This is the mountain system. Monsoon wind goes here. Kosi river is here. This monsoon wind will give heavy rainfall. We accept. But on this foothills, on this side, also on this side only. This is lee side. Lee side of the Himalayas, Tibetan Plateau. Before going there, it will deplete the moisture. Shivalik, rainfall. Great Himalayas, rainfall. It will go as a dry wind. Generally, it happens. Then who gave this much water here? That is why we think glacial lakes might breached, embankment breached due to earthquake. That's all. We discussed this. That is mentioned here. Vast quantity of melted snow, moraine debris, completely buried the villages. Worst. Okay. People lost their lives. Okay. So this is another important point. Upper catchment area. It means in this area. Here, upper catchment area. I told you, catchment area. Rain possibility is less. Cloudburst is less. Possibility of cloudburst is less because the moisture will be depleted on this side. Sometimes what happens? The monsoon wind will be violent. It will take the moist laden air column. It will form the cloud. It will give rainfall on this side. At the same time, since it is violent, fast moving, it will go to that side also. When it rains in Kerala, we say Ooty will get, Coimbatore will get, Tirupur, Coimbatore, Erode. Then this side, Kanyakumari will get heavy downpour. We say how? Lee side, the cloud will be moving very fast. So it will take that moisture and give downpour. Sometimes it might happen there in that catchment area, cloud burst. So river channel was not able to accommodate that much amount of water. So it breached the embankment. brought all the sediments suddenly. We don't know. Let us see. That's all, ma. Then it is in the Nepal-China border, trucks, that customs office washed out completely. Luxury cars washed out, a resort washed out, villages washed out. Nothing is there. Washed away. Okay, anyway, border trade, pilgrimage, worst search and rescue operation. Indian Prime Minister has offered the Nepali Prime Minister after Gen Z movement, he became Prime Minister. This is the major disaster. He thanked the Indian Prime Minister. If we don't give helping hand, then China will give. Foreign policy. America will come. If they sit here to help the people, they will not vacate. Then it will cause geopolitical issues. Okay, so they will notice what is happening in India. So in order to avoid that, whatever happens in South Asia, India will be the first country to rush to the spot. Yesterday itself, we have sent 10 tons of relief material, I think. Food, dress material, medicines. Yesterday itself, immediate. If you become IFS officer, you have to do this. If we delay, others will give helping hand, so things will go wrong. Even during tsunami, Operation Rainbow was conducted by Indian Navy immediately after tsunami in Indonesian region, because that region was affected most, Indonesian region. Earthquake took place on the western side of Sumatra Island under the sea water. So earthquake here. So Indonesia was most affected. Indian Navy did not. Indian Navy took care of Indian coast also, I accept. But before taking care of us, one wing went to Indonesia to conduct Operation Rainbow. I still remember that name because I studied in newspaper at that time. I was giving mains. So I studied it. Anyway, so we are having look east policy. In that we will take care of them. Neighborhood first policy. Neighborhood first policy. Okay, that's all, ma. So foreign policy also. Other nationals also died, very worst, worrisome. Then I told you that Bothekosi major transboundary headwater entering into Kerala, entering into Nepal. Then other Kosi rivers will be joining. Rasua district was affected very much. Gantak, Narayani rivers. Okay, 10 tons of relief material we have sent. You can read this. Then NCERT content. We have included NCERT content also here. So we have found all the rivers on the map. You just read this. Okay. Narayani, Sapta Gantaki. In Gantaki also, Gantak river also, we have a number of tributaries. So that is called Sapta Gantaki in Nepal. When it enters into India, it is known as Gantak we have located. If we don't locate on the map, we have to mug up. This is the problem to Tnpsc students. Also UPSC students who are not having geography as option subject, because they never refer the atlas. So they will be in trap. They will not understand. They will not remember. So we have to take atlas again and again. Anyway, here, this year I expect this to in the prelims or in the mains disaster management, these things. Himalayan zone is prone to flash flood. Discuss causes, consequences, and remedial steps taken. Take down now the question. I may include this question in the coming mains test. Himalayan region, Himalayan and Tibetan region. Himalayan and Tibetan region. அம்மா அம்மா கேக்குதா? Himalayan and Tibetan region are prone to flash floods. Are prone to flash floods, slash landslide, slash earthquake, slash cloud burst. In bracket, a natural different types of natural disasters. In bracket, different types of natural disasters. Full stop. Discuss. Discuss causes, consequences, and remedial steps. And remedial steps. Taken by India and Nepal. Okay. What I want to say is, what are the natural disasters, okay, occurring in Himalayan region? Himalayan region is prone to which natural disasters? Discuss. They may ask. Then disaster management, how to manage this? If a flash flood occurs, what are do's, don'ts? In disaster management site, they have given. If an earthquake occurs, what we have to do? What we should not do? They may ask. So, paper 3 GS, Economy, National Security, Disaster Management. Paper 1 Geography. Okay, so these natural disasters are occurring in the Himalayan region. You have to take one by one. What are the causes for flash floods? What are the causes for cloud burst? Consequences, like that you have to discuss. But this week I will ask you about the flash flood only, because this material will consist of this, not only this, tomorrow also we will give now, that will consist of the details of a flash flood. So we can do that. Okay. Here, glacial lake outburst flood. Glacial lake, Mansarovar lake, how was it formed? Just now we saw in the animation, plucking of the rock by the moving glacier. So it will pluck, so depression will be created, snow melt will accumulate, glacial melt will accumulate, freshwater lake will be created. That lake, if it breaks, embankment of the lake, bank of the lake breaks due to tectonic movement, plate tectonic movement, earthquake, then flash flood, outburst, sudden flood will occur. If you see the videos, you can find. So this has happened. Parichu Lake, 2006, it happened. We expected flash flood in Satluj. In 2006, there was a threat. Okay. It is a slide down. Okay. Satluj in Himachal Pradesh swells Parichu Lake, swelling, more rainfall, continuous rainfall. 2005 they have given, but anyway, in 2006 also it came in. Every year it will be coming. So heavy downpour in a Himalayan region, Himachal Pradesh side, okay, this side, Himachal Pradesh, Satluj river comes from Lake Mansarovar, Shipkila Pass. So Shipkila Pass, it enters into, sorry ma, this side. This is Indus. So Satluj river, Shipkila Pass, this is a Himachal Pradesh state. Parichu Lake is on Tibetan side. So India requested China to take action because their lake was swelling. If it swells, then what will happen to India? If it bursts in Tibet, then our districts, okay, Himachal Pradesh, the water will be rumbling down with the debris into India, Himachal Pradesh. So that will cause a huge catastrophic flood. TV le kuduthirukangala Google video ta paakalam. A video. Illa photo. Okay. Okay, so this happened during that period. Surging threat, Parichu Lake, Tibetan Plateau, then Kinnaur district, Shimla districts of Himachal Pradesh were under threat. Likewise, it might have happened now. We don't know exactly. Okay, we are predicting it. So think IAS preparation. Because of you only, the countries are sustaining. In India also is sustaining. You have this kind of knowledge. You will take immediate action. If you ask the politicians, few politicians have good knowledge, senior parliamentarians, ministers. Others are not having. So Tibetan Plateau, origin from Lake Mansarovar, enters into India through Shipkila Pass, enters into India through Shipkila Pass. The water comes to Shimla and other districts are there here. They were under threat. Very important. That's all now. We will move on to next. So glacial outburst, that is why I'm saying. Next, landslide dam burst. Dam. You are constructing dam on the slope in the name of economic growth and development. Fragile ecosystem, folding. If a dam bursts, then flash flood. Landslide dam outburst flood. So we expect these in the tectonically active Himalayan orogeny. Oro means mountain, orogenesis, mountain building. So sudden downstream movement of water from the dam reservoir. So that might cause this issue. That's all, man. With this, we have completed one area. Okay. I will send you the Kosi River Water Project, multipurpose project, and then other details of the river system, drainage, Kosi River Water Drainage. So for the coming test, you can have that. Transboundary hazards, how to tackle. Okay. Also disaster management. Then I told you about antecedent drainage pattern. I will give you one more material. Drainage pattern, drainage system. Differences are there. Anyway, this is antecedent drainage. Before formation of the Himalaya, upliftment of the Himalayas, it was there. At the time of upliftment, it cut a deep gorge. We studied, that is there. Then India-Nepal border. In Bihar, Valmiki Nagar. So here we have national park. Okay. So the animals will also be affected. Then neighborhood first policy. That is important. National Disaster Management Act 2005. India got independence in 1947. We passed a National Disaster Management Act in 2005. Why? In 2004, December 26, tsunami. Think what kind of reforms you have to bring. Here, what we do generally, when we are not affected, we are not thinking about it. When we are affected only, we think. That is wrong. I told you already that Vigo Garcia Island here in Indian Ocean region was not affected by tsunami because it was occupied by UK, British Indian Ocean Territory. This area, Chagos Island Archipelago. Okay. Tsunami did not affect Vigo Garcia Island here. In bottom relief picture, we are going to study about this ridge. Lava came out, islands created. Tsunami did not affect this, it affected all the countries. They constructed wall. In 1906, America got this island under lease from UK. 1906. After that, they deployed armed force here to protect them from the natural disaster. They predicted, they constructed the wall. It is called the British Indian Ocean Territory. BIOT. On map, it is written like this, UK. But it was under lease at the time of tsunami. Please take down more. Chagos Archipelago. Chagos, hotspots only. In plate tectonic, we studied hotspots. Chagos Archipelago. Diego Garcia. Diego Garcia. Diego. Diego. GARCIA. GARCIA. UK. It was not affected by 2004 tsunami. Okay, that's all. So Disaster Management Act. Then we give the humanitarian assistance and the disaster relief. HADR operations. We conduct generally for any country in the world, particularly neighboring country. To Afghanistan also, we sent immediately, few months back in Afghanistan, earthquake. We sent immediately the relief. That's all. Next, India-China boundary dispute. 25th Special Representative talks held here. In that 8-point consensus, we have arrived at the conclusion. 8-point consensus. Both the sides agreed without any opposition. What is this? Why this problem is there? Can you tell me anything about it? Why do we have the border dispute with our neighbors? Colonial rule, I told you. Then apart from that, India-China border, okay, can be divided into 3 categories, 3 areas: western sector, middle sector, eastern sector, like that. So we divide it into 3. This is nothing but, this side is nothing but the crust of Great Himalayas. Crust of Great Himalayas. Since plates are moving, this crust will also be moving, rising. If you apply force from both the sides, then you will get the symmetrical fold. Symmetrical means this side limb, this side limb. Both the limbs will be of having same length. Angle will also be same. Good. If suppose if you apply the force at this side, then this limb will become steep, short. This limb will become gentle. So I apply force from here on. So it will happen like this. Indian plate is moving towards Eurasian plate. So Indian plate is consumed below, not subducting. We have studied one plate is moving above the other plate. Tibetan plateau is the roof of the world. So Indian plate is moving towards the Eurasian plate. It is not subducting. So here steep side is created on Indian side. Tibetan side is gentle. So this side is gentle. Indian side is steep. So it is like this. China is saying that this crust cannot be considered because it is moving towards the Chinese territory. Indian plate is shrinking. But you, India, is asking that area also. But we say it will take millions of years to consume. Consciously, we are living only for 12,000 years. 10,000 BC, Homo sapiens came out of the caves. 2000 AD. Just 12,000 years, human beings are living. Within these years, we have many disputes. It will take millions of years to consume. So you cannot consider that minute movement. Even after that, China is claiming that one of the Lama, Dalai Lama, he is in exile, we know. Lama, Buddhist monk, the head of the Buddhist community in Tibet. One of the Lama born in Arunachal Pradesh, lived in Arunachal Pradesh. Like that they are saying. In Himachal Pradesh also a number of monasteries, Buddhism domination. So they are saying that these areas are belonging to Tibet only. Tibet is a part and parcel of China, they are saying. But Dalai Lama asked a separate state. That is why he was driven out. He came to India. Jawaharlal Nehru gave asylum. In Himachal Pradesh, Dharamshala is in Karnataka. Dharamshala is in Himachal Pradesh. He gave land for the settlement of Tibetan refugees along with the Dalai Lama. From that time onwards, India-China relations strained. You are giving asylum to Dalai Lama? Okay, like that it started. That is the major problem, strain in our relationship. After that, what happened? They were started giving the trouble. Again and again, they were breaching the border. So Doklam area in Sikkim, hot springs, Pangong Tso Lake area in Jammu and Kashmir. They are coming in news again and again. In that Pangong Tso area, northern side, the Chinese army is standing. Southern side, Indian army. So at any time, tension. In order to avoid that, we want to demilitarize that zone. We ask them to reduce the force there. They are asking us to reduce. Okay, both are ready to reduce. Okay, it is like a child's play. Here you can find the lake, Pangong Tso Lake. I take you to this map. So this is a Pangong Tso. So means a salt lake. Pangong Tso. Great Himalayas, na? Monsoon wind will give rainfall to this side, not this side, lee side. So rainfall is less, evaporation is more. Salt content will accumulate, salt lake. Pangong Tso. On this side, they are standing. On this side, Indian army is standing. This is a Chinese occupied Kashmir. Line of actual control. This side, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. line of control. Now it is called a line of control along the Jammu and Kashmir, JNK. What is the difference between LOC, LAC, UPSC question? Take down mark. What is the difference between LOC, LAC? Okay, difference between LOC, LAC. First question. Next, write down dispute, border dispute between India and China. Border dispute between India and China. Below that, write down Doklam, hot springs, Doklam in Sikkim, hot springs, and Pangong So in in Ladakh Union Territory. Now it is Ladakh only. Ladakh Union Territory. Pangong and hot springs. So 25th round of talks, okay, is going on. Okay, to some extent we can appreciate them because they have concluded 8-point consensus. On our Indian side, we discussed about Ajit Doval for a long period of time. He is the National Security Advisor. On their side, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Names are not important, but you should know while attending the interview. 8-point consensus and agreement. We are going to advance boundary negotiations to the next level. If we do that, our bilateral relation will be stabilized. Okay, so that is important. Why we have to stabilize our bilateral relation? In near future, we are going to conduct Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in India. In that, China is one of the members, India is also a member. When we invite them, they have to come. If there is any strain in relationship, they will not come to India. So international multilateral summits will be affected. That is why G20 also. That is why we want to conclude it. Next, what is the border length between India and China? This is the border length along line of actual control, not original border. It means they have took this land, so this is line of control. Not this border. Okay, we have to settle the dispute here. Next, to maintain peace and tranquility in the border, we want to have settlement. So this is then agreement on political parameters and the guiding principles for settlement of India-China boundary question. We want to settle this dispute. Okay. What are political parameters we have to consider? What are guiding principles to settle this matter? Regarding that, we made one agreement with China in 2005. Based on that only the negotiations went. Fortunately, we have arrived at a 9-point consensus. Sorry, 8-point consensus. 8 or 9? 8-point consensus. Soon we expect the resolution. So we will see that. Then details, already we have discussed this. No need to discuss it. Then institutional strategic analysis, in that we have to discuss the same. Okay, 3-stage boundary resolution process. You read that. That is not that much important. I told you now, western sector boundary, middle sector, then eastern sector. Western sector, now Ladakh district, earlier Jammu and Kashmir state. So in geography, we will discuss this again. India's boundary with China, Nepal. So here western side, Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, this is western sector. Middle sector, Himachal Pradesh. This side is Sikkim. Then eastern sector, McMahon line. Line fixed by our colonial rulers. We have to discuss this in Indian geography. Okay, good. Here only Aksai plain, Soda plain, Depsang plain, they are located. Saline, alkaline land. Evaporation is more than precipitation. Salt accumulated. Cold desert. Okay, cold desert. So in Aksai region, here you can see. In prelims, they have asked several times these plains. They asked in 2022, I think, or 21, to arrange these from west to east, like that. Where is Soda plain located? Here. Soda plain. Aksai plain. Plensitang. These are all having the lakes, but these lakes are salt lakes. Depsang plain. This area is occupied by China. So Chinese occupied the region. No use of this land, but they have occupied. If they occupy this, then they are coming close to our national capital, Delhi. So in future, security of Delhi is a question. They are moving towards Delhi now. So that point is very important. Then middle sector, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Eastern sector, Arunachal Pradesh mainly. So along the boundary, we can understand. Here, the state of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Eastern sector is this one, western sector. You can read this. Then special representatives level meeting, okay, is institutional mechanism to resolve this. It was started from 2003. Then WMCC, Working Mechanism for Consultation and Coordination, 2012. Corps Commander level meetings later on started. When it was started, 2 years back, what happened? They accumulated force in Pangong Tso Lake region. Then India also reacted to that. There was a tension. Sometimes it was spoken that a war was going to start. But fortunately, it was stopped. So both agreed to withdraw the force. At that time, commanders met around 15, 19 times like that. Both the commanders, Chinese commander and Indian commander. So anyway, technically they spoke, they resolved the issue to some extent. That's all now. Next, Indian railway infrastructure, UPSC question. Even in 2020, like that, they have asked modernization of railway station. What we are doing in this and what benefits we are going to give the people. Okay, this is important. So railway infrastructure modernization. 4 laning of 7 high density network corridors. In national highway, we have 2 lanes, 4 lanes, 6 lanes, 8 lanes. If you take Chennai city, the entry is 8 lane. Even after that, a road is not enough. Okay. So similarly, the railways. If you take a Mambalam station, you can find the platforms. Platform number 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. There are 4 tracks here. This should be 7 tracks. So many trains are coming to Chennai, going out of Chennai. When I was there in Delhi, there were around 12 platforms. I'm speaking about a 20 years history. After that, we conducted Commonwealth Games. number of platforms were increased to 24. Think 24 platforms. Now I don't know how many platforms are there. So this railway line should be 4 laning in 7 density corridor. That is the plan. High density network. High density network, 11,000 kilometer length should have at least 4 lanes. Then only we can avoid the delay. Then golden quadrilateral, diagonal corridors. From where this concept came? In 2000, also in 2001, the then NDA government headed by Vajpayee brought the idea of national highway development. Because in 1991-92, we introduced the LPG. So many MNCs were coming to India, but they asked about infrastructure in India. Road, railway, airport, port. We did not have this kind of road at that time. So that the government appointed National Highway, created National Highway Authority of India. Under that, they developed a National Highway Development, National Highway Development Project, NHDP. NHAI Authority, NHDP program, National Highway Development Program. I have that India book also with me. In that they have mentioned 2 laning of the roads like that, very old scheme. Then in 2004, 5, 6 laning, 4 laning, connecting tourist spot, connecting the port towns like that, expressways. Gradually it developed. Now we have world-class road. World-class road. Good. That is why economic growth and development is good in India. So here, that government brought this scheme, golden quadrilateral, 4 sides. So it is called a quadrilateral. Delhi to Kolkata, Kolkata to Chennai, Chennai to Mumbai, Mumbai to Delhi. Tanga Narkara Thittam, golden quadrilateral scheme. In Perungalattur you can find, there it is written, it is part of a golden quadrilateral scheme. These roads will not go into the cities, bypass. Chennai bypass 1, from Perungalattur to Madurai. Chennai bypass 2, Vandalur to Ennur port. That is expressway. That developed very late only. Expressways were constructed to facilitate hassle-free movement of containers. Chennai Ennur airport, the only corporate major, not airport, port, harbor, the only major corporate port under private. Corporate port is private. All other port trust, Chennai, Kochi, Mumbai, then this Visakhapatnam, everything, every port trust will come under shipping ministry, public sector. But Ennur Kamarajar port is the only, take down now. Ennur Kamarajar port is the only corporate major port. Only corporate major port. In India. Other ports are mining, minor ports or fishing harbors. Many fishing harbors are under private. Okay, they are very small. So here, expressways were constructed to avoid traffic congestion, delay in transport of containers. So from Ennur Port, if I take that road, that will leave me at Vandalur. Vandalur bypass, na, there. We have one more bypass at Singapore Market. That has not yet opened fully for various reasons. Anyway, but Chennai city has went up to Chengalpattu. Again in Vandalur traffic due to this container. What we have done, after 10 o'clock only you have to move. So they are waiting. In the night 10 to morning 6. Again from morning 10, 11 to evening 3, 4. Right? So this is the problem. Anyway, after seeing this, railway is also doing the same. I am coming to that point. Golden quadrilateral, then north-south corridor. Okay, north-south corridor. Srinagar to Kanyakumari. NH7, longest highway it was. Varanasi to Kanyakumari. Longest highway. One part of that from here, it is in north-south corridor. Now, what is the number we saw in the last class? 44 or 44, I think. This road. Okay, let us see. Then this side from Porbandar, Gujarat, Gandhi's birthplace, to Silchar in Assam. Silchar in Assam. Now I will expand this. Porbandar, Gujarat to Silchar in Assam. East-west corridor, north-south corridor, golden quadrilateral. In that, only one exception is this. It was the road connecting Salem to Kochi. Why? Kochi is the major port on the west coast. One of the major ports. We should not leave it from this corridor. That is why we connected this spur. That is one extension. That's all. North-south corridor, Cochin extension. It is an Indian geography book. What I spoke now, it is an Indian geography book. Don't worry about it. I will send it. Read that. Also in India book, it will be coming in the month of January. We will read the same again, repeating the same. After constructing this, okay, highways became competitor to railways. Before that, we sent the material only through railways for long distance. But when these national highways were developed, these corridors, golden quadrilaterals were developed, roadways were competing with the railways. Railways started losing revenue. So they also planned the same. Okay. So here it is in news. Golden quadrilateral diagonal corridors in railways. Diagonal corridor. Sorry. Quadrilateral 4 sides. Diagonal corridors. That's all. In UPSC, they asked a question when it came in current affairs. They asked a question: which of the following city is located in on the north-south corridor, east-west corridor, where this corridor, golden quadrilateral corridor, corridors meet. Then north-south, east-west, where they meet. Like that, many questions were asked. Okay, so we have to look at that when we come to geography. So here Delhi, Howrah, Kolkata, Delhi to Kolkata. So this is a railway route. Here it is a dense, that is a busiest route. Howrah, Kolkata, Delhi, thus that corridor. Then Howrah to Chennai, again busy. Howrah to Chennai along the east coast. Okay, like that we have to see. Chennai to Mumbai, same national highway, in railways also. Then Mumbai to Delhi, Delhi to Chennai, north to south, Mumbai to Howrah. Delhi to Howrah, Howrah to Chennai, Chennai to Mumbai, Mumbai to Delhi. Golden quadrilateral. Mumbai to Howrah, Delhi to Chennai. It is not connecting this Kanyakumari. In a highways only, Jammu, Srinagar to Kanyakumari. So here Porbandar to Silchar. Porbandar to Silchar, national highway. But this is not like that. Anyway, this is important for writing the mains. Prelims, they will ask the places located on this corridor. Mains, how this corridor will help economic growth and development, fast movement of the goods and services. That's all, that is enough. Again, Delhi to Guwahati corridor, Assam, Guwahati corridor. Logistics, national infrastructure will develop. High-speed corridor. Trains need not to stop, particularly the goods, freight trains. So economic growth and development will be good. Semi-high-speed passenger trains. All Vande Bharat we have. Then a heavy haul freight. That means we transport the coal and other goods. Here, if we have less number of lands, then freight will be delayed. Passengers will be given first preference. If a freight is delayed, then economic growth development will be affected. In order to avoid that, we have this. If we do that, logistic cost will reduce. Transport cost, handling the commodity, logistic cost. 3-4 years back, India brought a logistic policy. In that policy, they compared the logistic cost of European countries, developed countries, and India. In India, it was very high. At that time, government of India decided to reduce it. So they are taking n number of policies, n number of schemes, projects regarding logistic improvement. National Logistic Policy 2022, 6 years back. Okay, National Logistic Policy 2022, 17th September it was given. In that only we came to understand the high cost of our logistics. So we wanted to reduce it. Population policy, logistic policy, agriculture policy, industrial policy, environment policy, all are important. When we study in the current affairs, we will complete that. Okay. So what schemes, ULIP scheme, again and again they are coming. Cost reduction was the first target for the logistic policy. Mudichirlang or 2 minutes. So here we are targeting reduce the cost from 16% to 8% of the GDP by 2030. That's all. Okay, I will give you logistic policy also. Take down my logistic policy. Launched on 17th September 2022. 17th September 2022. Reducing logistic cost from 16% to 8%. 16% to 8% by 2030. So till 2030, we have this scheme policy. It is important till 2030. Okay. So in that way only we have to study the subject. Last year I taught science and tech, that fast breeder reactor commissioning in this our Indira Gandhi Atomic Center, Research Center, IGCAR, Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research. IGCAR. The same question has been asked. Okay, similarly, if you cover daily on daily basis, the current affairs, you will get all the questions. Okay, so that I have taken that responsibility. I did not allow others. Other faculties will also discuss their subject area. I will give the current affairs class to them, but majorly I will be doing this. After yesterday night only, I analyzed the question paper. Okay, we will discuss the mains question paper. Then you will have an idea. Now, this one more. Yes, sir. Please tell me what rivers are transboundary rivers between China and Nepal? Kosi River, Gagra River, Kali River. Which river is making border between Uttarakhand and Nepal? What treaty we have with Nepal? Then why it is called Saptakosi River? 7 rivers join, tributaries. Along with the tributaries, 7 rivers totally. Okay, Saptakosi River. Can you remember any name? Only 4 names were given in on the map. Yes. Then Tamarkosi, Tamakosi, Dudakosi. Okay. Then in Nepal and China border, what is that Kosi? Bothe. Bothe. BHOTE. Kosi. Okay. So we have studied this. Then what are the tributaries of Gagra River? Sharda and Gantak. What is the name of Gantak in Nepal? Narayani. Budi Gantaki, joined by other tributaries, they are not important. Trishuli will also join with that. So that river is called Narayani. After entering into India, it is called Gantak. What is the name of Kali River after entering into India? Which was the first multipurpose project in the world? In the world? Tennessee River Valley. Tennessee River Valley Authority project. Urdian engineer. Okay, WOOR DIUN. Urdian, I will give you engineer. Then India's first multipurpose project was Damodar Valley Corporation. When it was when the parliament passed the act, 1948, immediately after independence, Act of Parliament. So DVC is a statutory body. We should remember that. Okay. Then okay. Next, western sector of India-China border covers which states? Ladakh Union Territory. In order to confuse you, I asked a state. Ladakh Union Territory, western sector. Okay. Then middle sector? Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Eastern sector? Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. So these points are important points. Right. Then who was leading the India-China border talk from India side? National Security Advisor? Ajit Doval. Okay, good. Well, what is that round name? Which round is this? 25th. What consensus? How many consensus were arrived at? Okay, so that's all. So we will try to cover more. Also, we will try to have special classes to complete the current affairs. If we do this, then you will see all the questions which we discuss now on the question paper. This is the way of preparing for civil services exam. So now I wind up the session. You please collect the book. Tomorrow or a day after tomorrow, you will get the atlas and other books. At least 4 books will be given initially. Then remaining will be given within 1 week or 10 days. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Online students, if you have any query, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will wind up the session. Yes, please. Okay, I hope there is no doubt. I have to send the today's current affairs and yesterday's current affairs. I will send also the static part. I will send. Soon you will get the books. Okay. In this book, you will get a glacial landforms. Read that. Thank you.
Thank
Hmm.
you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Stop there.